Heads up, we say swear words and talk about dirty things, so make sure you're cool with that.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Palmtop podcast. My name is Alex.
And I'm Kyle.
We are watching Silver Spoon Season 2.
And we're totally going to ignore the fact that we just wasted 30 minutes talking about Hamtaro lore.
Yes, but enough about that. That's the next show.
No,
That
is not happening.
Listen, it's a slice of life rom-com about teenagers struggling to make it in the world.
I will accept one movie, and that's it.
Also, there are hamsters in the show about teenagers making it in the world. The movie doesn't have that. We just read like an entire Wikipedia page of Hamtaro lore, and there's apparently movies about demons in closets.
So it's so deep, and the OVAs that are prequels
based
to
on
the
the video games. Yeah, listen,
Hamtaro lore is a lot more expansive than I thought it would be.
I remember 10 episodes, and I was like, this is cute. Apparently, it goes into, they go to Westeros.
Yo, you joke, but I would definitely watch a Game of Thrones Hamtaro spinoff.
Yes, welcome to the Crump podcast.
Have you heard of my fierce warrior? He's called the Boss.
I'd rather talk about our Lord and Savior, Silver Spoon.
Beppu?
This is the second and last episode, and then we're done.
Start making those martinis because
we're in a martini.
We're in a martini apparently. Okay.
Alex's film cred just goes.
So we got episode 8 and episode 9 coming up. Hachiken Howls and The Last Milk. That one's a little odd of a names, but
listen, I guess they were early on the Star Wars train. Anyway,
Silver Spoon, The Last Milk.
Yep. Hachiken literally fights people with a silver spoon.
Maybe that's what happens.
The last episodes had baseball hero Komaba lose his game.
Yeah,
he didn't show up to class the next day. And honestly, he's been kind of one of the big backbones for transfer student Hachiken. So, you need people to kind of get you going when you're not sure what your dreams are or you're having a rough time. So I'm kind of excited to see if they go the full route of Komaba does not come back. Maybe that was his dream to get his family out of the rut they were in the farm and make it in baseball. So if that doesn't happen, he has to go full time to the farm, right? And they can do that. They're done with the season.
Yeah. There's one more thing we also need to remember about our last episodes is the big conversation that Hachiken and Mikage had, where they kind of open up a bit more to each other. Maybe a bit more open with each other.
So we might get a bit of a romantic ending.
Well, we'll have to see what happens in the next 2 episodes because there's a fan and I'm turning it on and someone's standing above it and taking their pants off. Is all I'm saying.
Hachiken, listen, the only man for me is Beppu.
Beppu, the man who will cover for you when you don't clean.
The worst social link.
Hey man, the main social link is the best social link. Let's watch the episodes.
I seem to have mislocated my heart. Could you find it? It's been ripped out a few times.
Yeah, it's underneath all this dairy-soaked whey.
Okay,
that I scraped off the top of your heart made into a fine cheese.
Make no mistake, Silver Spoon will educate you on cheese and whey and lactose products 101 before it takes your heart out and stomps on it with a horse like a dead rat. Because, oh my God.
Yeah. I really wasn't kidding when I was saying this shit was about to hit the fan.
You were not kidding. I took it lightly. But oh my God. Let's start from the beginning. So Nakajima Sensei is missing cheese because, people keep taking his cheese. So he becomes the cheese demon, and we have Cheese 101 for about like 5 minutes.
Yeah, surprisingly concise. I don't really know too much about the cheese process, but I definitely feel like I have learned something.
They didn't go into any of the veal stuff, but you know what? They told me enough that I kind of did pick up new bits of info, and also had a hearty laugh with Tokiwa and Cheese Girl. I'm bad with names. Their little antics.
You're right. That's all she needs to be known for is Cheese Girl.
Yeah, Yoshino. I don't remember. Cheese Girl.
You might be right. Anyway. So from there we start talking about Komaba again and how he hasn't really been around, and be nice to send some cheese his way.
Yep.
So then our hard work cast and crew decide, we're gonna go have some lunch, and who's there but our blonde princess Minami Kujo, who was boasting that she's now going to be a student because someone's dropping out of the dairy program.
Hey guys, I got a free ticket to the school. It says Komaba on it.
And then I love how Hachiken reminds her, like, you still have to take the entrance exams, right? She's like, oh, fuck, wait, what?
Oh, that character gets, like, no time. It's just the emotional anchor for Mikage, but love her. But she does drop that Komaba's ranch.
She drops the biggest bomb in the series.
Hey, that kind of, like, shackety ranch that you visited that taught you a lot about what it means to be in agriculture? Oh yeah, it's closing down. It's bankrupt because it's life. And Komaba was banking literally, like, I hate that I was right. He was banking everything on the baseball game. And if he played pro, that would make up for all the debt. But nope, didn't happen. Dreams don't always work the way you wanted them to. Our friend that wants to be a vet, is following his dream and has the means to do so. But Komaba is watching his dreams die in front of him and has to take it like a champ.
We literally have to see him pack away his baseball glove. And that moment is just so strong because you can see his frustration in the way that he's putting away the books. And he's like, God damn it, Hachiken, you stuck at a class to watch me get all my shit back from my room and are asking me all these fucking questions that I didn't want to talk to you about. But yeah, I guess I'll tell you everything that's happening.
This scene and another scene with Mikage are so well composed and written that I just they have to get the highest of props because they are not talking head pieces. They're not, hey, the ranch is dying, this or this. It's a man watching his world crumble and a new friend begging to drag the information out of him. And Komaba's doing everything he can to not show vulnerability. And
it's really interesting that they play off the fact that, yes, Hachiken can't do anything about this. So what's the point in getting him involved? He's just going to be sad, and we don't want our friend to be sad. And, he's the type of guy who will try to do something about this, and we don't want to go through all that shit of him trying stuff. And Hachiken's
That's not true.
Fuck that.
Here's the next episode where Hachiken does everything he can to help.
Yes, the best way to help, fucking lend an ear, a shoulder, a hand? Question mark?
Ooh, good point. Good transition. And you were on the money about Hachiken being the ear. He's the one he's the heart for everyone. He's the most emotional person in the school. Everyone's kind of working, how the Japanese culture with work is just kind of businesses succeed or they don't. And you need to work your best to succeed. And if it doesn't, that's life. And Hachiken's dealing with this as why is everyone this is not fair. It's how it is. My friend is suffering. He grabs Mikage by the wrist and goes, hey, drag me into it. The quote is kick me in the head, in the stomach, whatever. Just drag me into it.
And that's kind of where we get the title. Well, that and when he's yelling at Komaba's car pulling away, saying, fuck all you people. And you're, this is just the way things are. And not being sad about it and being super cool with it. Our friend's in trouble. be there for him.
It almost feels like there's no chance for redemption. The show definitely doesn't write it like Komaba had any chance. And it definitely feels like in that industry, in that culture, maybe in the country, this isn't really a chance for a turnaround.
I find it really interesting how they explain the debt, too. That Komaba's father expanded the farm and then died shortly after, leaving the mother to take care of it, who really didn't know what she was doing. And there's no real way to take care of that debt. So
it got burdened by Mikage's family.
Yeah, the Mikage family also co-signed a loan, which we learned because, well, actually, no, Komaba kind of spills the beans on that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I thought it was Mikage, but no, Hachiken confronts Mikage about it.
And then Mikage kind of says what we knew, which is, I've kept you at, arm's reach because I didn't want you to get involved with this. You are new to everything here, and you still view the world like it gives you a silver spoon in agriculture, but that's not what it really is. I love that scene. That scene was so, again, I didn't feel like I was watching two characters in a trope-ridden show. I was watching two people like confront each other and work with their own misgivings and their preconceived notions about each other. And it just boils down to two parallel people. And they're touching each other the whole time. There's a constant communication there. And the moment that one of them lets slip that, oh, that's the reason I like you, there's no embarrassment. They're already,
there's a little bit. She kind of stops herself and they both kind of look at each other. They're like, uh-oh.
The intimacy is so there that the only thing that would stop it is some idiot opening the barn doors.
Oh, guys, I'm going to lock up for the day. Oh, do you want me to lock the door? And they all go wavy arms.
Oh, my God. That was like a cathartic payoff for 30 minutes of just internal struggle.
Oh, yeah. And that ends our episode 8.
And 9 is just, the liquidation of Komaba's ranch.
Yeah, Mikage gets a call while they're hanging out. Well, Hachiken and Mikage rather are hanging out, and they're selling off the all the cows, so everything's final with the Komaba ranch. So Hachiken decides that he's gonna go with Mikage to see the cows off and watch Komaba's last days. And we get a really weird scene where Hachiken asks, like, "Oh, so we're just gonna skip classes?" And then the teacher opens the window and just says, "Did somebody say something about skipping classes?" And then we just cut to them in the car.
That's my favorite bit. When the character's sole purpose is to be the punchline, I'll take it. That teacher only exists so he can be like the literal block in the road.
Go to bed, Hachiken.
Go to bed in the middle of an asking out situation.
You know what? I would buy a shirt with him on it that just said "Go to bed, Hachiken."
Oh, how do you feel about the show kind of starting with literal, like even these 2 episodes, we start with an education where you're learning from explanation to literally learning from hands-on experience and like seeing the stuff for yourself. Because I feel like that is the more intimate way to learn either a topic or a situation. And Hachiken goes from reading about farms and like training horses in a controlled environment to watching a business fail. I feel like that's like a final class. It's like a final semester.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see what lengths this show will go through to not only put its characters through, but like this show also does us the viewers a great service of actually like teaching us a good amount about the world. Like it doesn't have to go through the lengths that it does to teach us what it does. But, like, man, if they don't spend 20 minutes on cheese and then another 20 minutes showing us how farms can just fucking collapse if you don't plan it right. Like, they're just riddled in debt.
Here's how people handle this situation. Here's how it's really good to handle this situation. I know it's a shonen show, but have I just watched a big education anime and enjoyed it more than anything I've watched in recent memory?
Well, that's good to hear, man.
Love it.
All right, so let's roll into the episode a little bit more. We we do get to the farm, Komaba's farm, and we watch the trucks roll in and take out all those really old cows.
I really didn't want to talk about this because watching the cows go away without any resistance because they trust the humans so much, and then watching the dog get upset and the twins, it's just heart violin being played. And then Komaba gives the last milk ever produced by the cows to the whole gang. And
even the dog
shares the first smile we've ever seen.
Yeah, no. It was interesting because I'm going to pull back the veil a little bit here. Right before this scene, you're like, come on, Komaba, give us one tear. And what he actually gives us is a smile.
Yeah.
And I find that's really, like, showing of his character. Like, he was ready for this to happen. Like, yes, his dreams crushed. And this is, like, the worst thing that most likely could have happened to him, but he's ready and prepared, and he knows that he needs to have a fucking spine if he's going to be able to not be a burden on his family and friends.
To move forward, he just needs to be tough. And yeah.
And it doesn't get much tougher than Komamba.
Nope. They treat it like Mikage was using her body as a shell for all of her emotions and caging everything in. But Komaba was using those emotions to kind of like propel himself to work harder. So when he's out on the streets, so to speak, he's not going to give up. And Komaba's going to
streets.
His sisters are going to get a college degree, and he's going to help pay for he's going to help make sure they don't have to go through debt. And like you could see that with that smile, and that's great. It's
not
like,
only that, but he wants them to follow their dreams too.
Yeah. Lastly, with our surprising Marvel post-credit sequence, we have Mikage, Aki's father, co-signed for the Komaba Ranch. So now they have to deal with what are they going to give up? How are they going to make ends meet?
So we go back to their ranch, and we have a what is possibly my favorite scene in this one, where Mikage and Hachiken are just walking along, talking about their dreams, and we have the first time Hachiken actually openly talks about his past to somebody.
Yep.
He tells Mikage just straight up, like, listen, like, my life was really hollow when I was in middle school. Like, I just tried to do everything to impress my parents and just live up to their expectations of me. And I kind of became a hollow person because of it, and I don't have any dreams. And surprisingly, Mikage shares those feelings, seeing that her parents want her to take over the ranch, and we have this really great scene between them where not a lot of words are said that are understood here, but we get this nice two-shot of them holding hands at a point where nobody really noticed they were already doing it. And it brings so much warmth to my heart to see the end of that scene where they're just out of nowhere just holding hands. It's just, it's great. I love it.
Literally, Hachiken's failures have become a stepping stone for Mikage to find the courage to say, hey, I have a dream. I don't want to run the farm business, guys. I want to work with horses. And you're about to sell the horses, and I can't have that. And it's like such a messy ending because it's life. You're gonna like that. I love this. The composition of that shot is all the adults talking about what they're gonna give away, who's changing hats when they're running the Mikage farm, and we're watching these two right next to great grandma in the irrelevancy corner because their opinion does not matter in the ultimate grand scheme of this. So when Mikage speaks up and she goes, I have a dream, it's if Hachiken wasn't there, she would be stuck in this like hollow cycle.
Yeah, and one of the best things about this episode, as soon as Mikage opens her mouth, episode ends.
Just
it's great. Straight up black screen, and it's just like, I kind of wish we could watch the next episode, but goddamn, I'll be fine to wait.
So surprisingly anti-establishment for a show all about establishments.
I guess you could say that.
Like, hey, follow your dreams is, I guess agriculture can be a dream, but they're finding the means to kind of push past the ebb and flow of the way the whole system works. And that, I'm assuming that the opening of the next episode is not the parents laughing it off and they go back to school. I'm assuming we're going to go forward with Mikage's dream. And
no, we're going to talk about how to take turnips out of the ground for about
we're going to
30 minutes.
We're going to cut the 4 months later. Oh, the cheese is done.
Thank you, Eddie Gomez, for our theme music and Phil Vasquez for our cover art.
If you want to hear more of us, click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you know when the next episode is out.
And check out our other podcasts here on Kitchen Bed Media. We got 102 Cast, we got Chai Guys, and we got so many other things.
We're also on social media. Check us out on Twitter under Palmtop Podcast.
Quick, Alex, best girl.
I'm not allowed to say.
The correct answer is Crab.
Yes. Is that an actual character? Fade it out.
Yeah.